Welcome back everyone to another flashlight review. I'm very excited today. I am going to be reviewing the SC18, the Sofirn SC18, and I've been impressed with the overall performance. I think this light's just blown me away with the overall value you get. And you can actually buy this flashlight for $13 to $15 US on the Sofirn store and on AliExpress. I think it's about 20 something on Amazon, but you just can't beat the value of this flashlight, this little EDC light, and I'll show you why in a moment. I put this back in the box. I've used it for about a week now, and I just wanted to put it back in to show you what you actually get when you purchase it. Okay, and this is the Sofirn sort of style packaging that you get. You know, it's definitely a little bit more informative than the Convoy packaging. Okay, it's pretty simple though, and I like that. So let's open it up. Let's have a look what you get. So you get an instruction manual, and of course you get the flashlight and a lanyard, plus the 18650 cell if you choose to have it included. It's another couple of dollars, and I think that's pretty good value, especially if you're running short on 18650s. Okay, this one's been tested a few times online and shown to hold its true capacity, 3000 milliamp hour cell, but that's pretty much it. And as you can see, I mean, it's a pretty small light, and the thing works right out of the box with no messing around. And you know, I say that because, you know, with a lot of Sofirn lights, well, not a lot of them, but a few of them, you do have the Anduril models, and they have ramping down issues if you don't set that temperature limit. So this one here works straight out the box, and I'll show you the ceiling bounce test afterwards to show you how the driver actually regulates the output, maintains the output of this flashlight at the beginning. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that you don't need to do anything out of the box. If you're looking to gift this to someone, or you just want something that's just going to work and, you know, has a few simple modes in there that you don't even need to read the instruction manual, you know, this is the perfect little EDC light. I took this light out to a large oval nearby, and I was just amazed to see that it could reach the other side of the oval. It wasn't something that I was expecting with a light of this size, but due to the TIR lens, it's just able to focus that beam really well, that hot spot, a lot more than I was expecting. And this is with the SST40 emitter as well, which isn't really a super throwy emitter. The SFT40 is, it'd be interesting to see if we chuck one of those in there, what it'd look like. But, you know, really impressive performance, and I'll show you later in the beam shots. Close up of the SC18, and it's got that usual Sofirn anodizing that you see on all their flashlights. It's a slightly shiny finish. Okay, it's like it's not super shiny, but it's somewhere in between matte black and shiny, anodizing. Okay, nothing special, but it does the trick. Another cool thing is that it includes a stainless steel clip. You often don't see that with a few of the lower priced Sofirn flashlights. You know, you're gonna have to, buy one separately. And I actually like that it's not coated with any paint. I find that the paint actually starts wearing away, as you use the flashlight, and this just makes it look a lot more cleaner over time. The button here on the front contains a green LED, so I'll just turn it on. Difficult to see here on camera, but just a little green LED here in the front. Okay, so I think that's good, especially when you're operating that light at night, so that you can sort of spot where the button is. Okay, little UI demonstration. So you can click and hold just to access the moonlight mode. And what you can do as well, turn on the flashlight, memorizes the last mode, and you click and hold to just cycle between low, medium, and high. Okay, at any point, if you want to access turbo, you just double tap, and turbo is brighter than the high mode here. So if you say cycle it to high, low, medium, high, double tap, you get a little brightness boost there as well. Okay, and if you tap again, it actually goes back to high, and then you have to click again to turn off. Okay, so it's a very simplistic sort of design. Another thing you can do is lock the flashlight, and I think this is important with these side switch flashlights. So just click 4 times, and basically it will flash a couple of times when you try to turn on the light. Deactivate, you press that another 4 times. But the cool thing is that you can actually gain access to moonlight mode while the light is locked out. So just click and hold. Okay. There's also a bonus strobe mode, which you can access through 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3, and that's whether the light is on or off. So pretty simple UI, and I think Sofirn have made the right choice with this light to keep it simple. No Anduril software on there. So let's have a look here at the graph. This is the ceiling bounce test that I did at home, and really great performance. As you can see here, light starts off at 100% and holds its lumens past the 1 minute mark, about 1 minute 15 or so before it actually starts ramping down. Okay, and it ramps down to just over 40% of its output. So when I was holding this flashlight out on the oval, I found that it was perfectly fine. Like, it was getting warm near the top of the head of the flashlight, but it was managing the heat very well. For a light of this size, I mean, it's quite incredible. I mean, it's almost the same size as the 18650 battery. At the 4.5 minute mark, I've reactivated turbo again, and the light has picked up that it's too hot and immediately starts ramping down. Try it again just after, and again, you sort of have the light ramp down. But it's good that you can keep reactivating that turbo where you need it. Some lights make it very difficult to reactivate turbo. You've got to turn it off and turn it back on, but you can already be in that mode and double tap and it will reactivate again. So if you need that extra hit of lumens, you can get it. I also did some measurements on my Opal Lightmaster Pro just to see the candela, and the 5 meter candela rating was 15,750, which is 250 meters of throw. That's incredible for such a little light. This thing throws further than lights that are a lot larger even. So I don't know how they do it. It's definitely the TIR lens, the design of that TIR lens, but it's very efficient, and the hotspot is fairly distinct for a light of this size as well. The beam has a smooth transition from the center hotspot to a wider spill. I think it's the best of both worlds, and like I said, I couldn't believe how far this little light could throw. It's very pocketable and looks even around the same size as some AA flashlights. Definitely smaller than my SC18 Pro, which I happen to have with me here. Okay, so significantly smaller. It's almost like where the bezel cutoff is on the SC18 Pro. A couple of considerations. The first one is that I don't think it's producing 1,800 lumens, and the reason for that is I have another flashlight that has a confirmed 2,000 lumen output. That's the Nextorch TA30 Max, and I did a ceiling bounce test with that flashlight and this flashlight. The TA30 Max got 200 lux on switch on, and even at the 30-second mark, and the SC18 got 120 lux. So that's about 60% the output. So a rough estimate is about 1,200 lumens, which is short of the 1,800 lumen specifications. Okay, however, I'm actually fine with that. Given how small this host is, I know there's going to be some heat issues and early step down times if we actually achieve that 2,000 lumen mark. So ironically, it's turned out fine, but again, it doesn't meet that specification that was stated on the box. Another thing to keep in mind as well is that there's a slight delay in activation when you press the button. Okay, so yeah, it's very, very slight. Okay, but you can just tell it's like a half-second delay or something like that. I also would prefer if the button was firmer as well, kind of like in the SC18 Pro. Okay, just over here, it's larger, and it's like, yeah, it's just needs a bit more pressure to activate than this one here, which, I found can activate in your pocket if you're not careful. So just get used to unscrewing the tail cap slightly. You only need a little turn like that to deactivate it. or you can actually lock it out again, like with the 4 clicks. But yeah, definitely not a deal breaker in my books. So overall, if you're looking for the smallest and best value 18650 EDC light around, this might be the one for you. And I think it'd make a really good gift, because there's no Anduril software, there's no fiddling around, plug and play, pretty much pop the battery in, barely even need to read the instruction manuals. You can figure out what to do with it. And it's a little sort of lower lumens as well. So maybe if you're giving it to someone who doesn't know much about flashlights, I think it's probably a better sort of output level than getting a 2000 lumen light and having that person accidentally set fire to their pants. I mean, you just can't get better value than this. It's cost me less than what I spend for lunch sometimes. I'm a big fan of lights like these that over-deliver and provide the best bang for buck. So I really hope Sofirn keeps producing more great value lights and taking on feedback from the flashlight community to continue improving their lights and producing newer models as well with better functionalities. I've put the link to this flashlight in the description. There's a few places that you can buy it. The cheapest place that you can actually purchase it from AliExpress or the Sofirn Light website. There's also the Amazon store as well that you can purchase on. So I'll leave all those links in the description in case you're interested in purchasing this light. I know I've probably missed out some information in this video, so if you have any questions, please ask me below in the comments. I'll get back to you. And if you like this video, if you found it helpful, do me a favor and click the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps me get my content out to more people. If you want to see me continue making flashlight reviews, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Sofirn SC18 Turbo. It's got a really nice, soft and diffused beam. Very useful beam. And you can very easily see all across to the back of the oval. The other side of the oval. Sofirn SC18 Turbo. And it's got a very nice diffused beam, and it does tint those trees right at the back slightly, but it's got a very useful beam, especially if you need your peripherals lit up. A lot of these throwers, they don't have enough spill in them. Got decent spill, but not in the peripherals. Just gets all that grass. I'll go for a walk. SC18 Turbo.